Hi, this is Nancy Nicklow, president of Huff Insurance. And for all of you wondering, how do you insure a home that you let family live in? Let me tell you how to properly do it. First of all, under a homeowner's policy is designed for the person who actually owns the home and also resides there in the home. Okay, so if you do not live there and you're letting family members stay there, even if you're letting them stay there rent-free, you do not need a homeowner's policy. That's not the appropriate coverage. So what you need is what's called a dwelling fire policy. And a dwelling fire policy covers much more than just fire insurance. It does provide coverage for broken pipes and theft and vandalism, and if a tree falls on the house, things like that. But it is designed so that you as the owner of the property are insuring the dwelling and your personal liability and any other structures on the property. And then your family member who resides in the home needs to purchase what's called renter's insurance. Even though they are not technically renting and paying you rent, because they are the person who is living in the home and they do not own the home, they need what's called renter's insurance to cover their personal belongings and also to cover their personal liability in the event that they have a dog that bites someone, or they have a child who's playing in the front yard and throws a baseball through the neighbor's car window. So it's very important that this policy is written correctly. And many times the assumption is, well, that they're family, so therefore they are an insured under the definition of the policy. If you reside with them, then that is true, that they are an insured and their contents and their liability is automatically insured under your homeowner's policy. However, if you do not reside there with them, then that is no longer the case, and that's why you need to purchase these separate policies. We recently had a claim situation where the mom and dad were residing in the home. They decided to buy a secondary home and leave their children in the house. And then there was a claim, and unfortunately none of the children's belongings are being covered by the homeowner's policy because they are no longer owned by a named insured. So it's very important that you discuss life-changing events with your insurance agent, such as buying a new home or moving from one home to another. And don't think that just because somebody doesn't pay you rent in a physical form of monetary money every month, that you still don't need to have the proper protection in place. There is no requirement in both either the renter's policy or in the dwelling fire policy that there actually be an exchange of money. We want to make sure that we have you properly covered, so if you have any questions or concerns about your coverage, or if you are experiencing any life changes, please make sure that you're always talking to us as your insurance advisor so that we can properly give you the best advice and make sure that you're aware of limitations in your coverage. Thanks again. This is Nancy at Huff Insurance.